Thank you, Plug and Play, for inviting us to be here today. We're really excited to talk to you about something that we think is a very big problem. So this is my first time here, and today is my first time at the Plug and Play Tech Center. And when I was looking it up on Google Maps, I think it was safe to say that I wasn't going to need to learn how to catapult myself onto the roof of the building to enter. And this is because pins in the middle of buildings just don't work. For navigation, for knowing which entrance to come into. So I was talking to my Airbnb host who gave me a real life example recently. A friend of hers had a baby at the El Camino hospital, and when they arrived to the main entrance, the receptionist wasn't at the desk, and they spent their time running around trying to find the labor and delivery unit before visiting hours completed. And then there's, of course, Carmel by the Sea, which has chosen not to have addresses, so you've got to find the restaurant you're going to with 3 different street names. And then, of course, I really loved learning about this one, the Cesar Chavez. Not only are there many, many streets, lanes, roads, and avenues, but there are also countless schools with this name. So imagine trying to put this into your car navigation, trying to put this into your phone to try to find out where you're going. And this becomes a really serious problem when you talk about voice, because you can't just pick the first one that pops up. You saw there were about 20 schools with the same name. And I don't know how many of you have had a hard time meeting your Uber drivers, but if you take the drivers out of the car, then you wouldn't be able to tell them where you are. And when you also talk about addressing, you can look at these street names. So this is in Chicago. Clarendon Lane and Clarendon Street, there are multiple examples of them, and they're in different suburbs of Chicago. And the other problem with this is that Clarendon is not a dictionary word. So across the world, many street names are around leaders of the country, they're made up, they're different words. So if you're trying to program your system so that it can learn voice from users, you're going to have to program in every single street name across the world. And again, for autonomous vehicles, this is a serious problem where you cannot speak to the car and tell them that you've made a mistake with the address. And when you talk about Airbnbs, for example, which are in the middle of the mountains, these don't even have addresses. You can also talk about your favorite shop where you pick up your coffee at a stand on the way to work, or if you want to meet friends in a park, parks don't have addresses if you're meeting at a festival. But there is a universal addressing system. It's latitude, longitude, GPS coordinates. I don't know about all of you, but none of my friends have ever asked me to meet them for a drink at 25 degrees, 9 minutes, 40, you get the point. So this is very difficult. It's okay for machine to machine, but it just doesn't work when you're speaking to a human and trying to meet them somewhere. And this is where what3words comes in. So we are trying to solve this problem by covering the entire Earth in a grid of 3 meter by 3 meter squares. There are 57 trillion of them, and each of them is named with a 3-word address using words from the dictionary. So table, chair, spoon is an example in the UK, and that is a unique square this is the only table, chair, spoon in the world. You can also use this if you want to have a pizza delivered if you're tailgating at Bunk Globes Fast. But as you can see, I just said globes and it's globe. So the great thing is that we have auto-suggest technology. And if I am standing in Chicago trying to order my wings to my tailgating spot, it's going to know that I wasn't talking about Australia because we have our auto-suggest technology, which can also see where you're located when you're typing in the addresses and correct them for you. We are in 14 different languages so far, with about 13 in the works, and we're used in over 170 countries around the world in many different ways. We're used in travel guides. We are used with e-commerce platforms to ensure that packages get delivered directly to the exact door that they're going to. We're used with Airbnb hosts to try to get their guests to take out the frustration so that they can arrive at the right door. We're used on social media with people talking about the best place for viewings, the best place to see the sunset, the best place to go camping. And basically, what3words is a global addressing system, so everyone and everywhere can get to the right place.
Go to location, drones. Public warns artist.
Going to location, public warns artist.
So as you can see, they can fly the drone straight to public warns artist because even the sea has been named. We're working with Porsche and Daimler as part of the Plug and Play program in Germany. And we will have big announcements coming in 2 weeks at the Frankfurt Auto Show, and you will find what3words as a voice option in cars from Q1 2018. Thank you.